Welcome back, everyone, to the podcast. Today, we're excited to chat with McKenzie, who oversees the marketing department for Moke America of Virginia Beach, as well as her co-pilot, Teagan. Teagan, McKenzie, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, super excited to dive into all the fun things you have going on, from the electric golf cart tricks to all the wonderful things you're doing here in the community of Virginia Beach. But before we get into all that, would you mind sharing with us what brought you to the Virginia Beach area? And then, of course, what got you to stick around?
Yeah. You want to start?
We'll start with Teagan.
Well, I grew up in Virginia Beach, born and raised here from the Great Neck area. I went to Cox High School. I was a swimmer for a long time. I can't think of starting or ending my day without the beach being involved. And I think this job is one of the coolest things I get to do around Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I agree.
Awesome.
So I'm also from Virginia Beach, born and raised. I moved away for a couple of years for Indiana University, where I went to college. I grew up right on the beach, surfing, anything water related, and I ended up actually going up to Indiana to be a part of their rowing team up there for a couple of years. COVID hit, and it brought me back here, which is a blessing in disguise, because I now get to be 15 minutes away from my grandparents, my parents, my brothers, everybody. And in doing so, I fell in love with working with the community, working in the marketing firm, and Moke kind of gave both of us the opportunity to participate in our community that we love, while also still being able to network and do marketing and work for Moke.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun, exciting job. I've been participating in more stuff around Virginia Beach than I have before in any other job, so it's definitely beneficial to us, to the beach. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. And just to attest to how much you all love the outdoors, you are actually recording, for those of our listeners, it is November 7th, and we're still having, for the most part, pretty decent outside weather. I know it hit like 70 degrees last week when we featured the boat tour on another episode. So definitely go and check that out on our channels. But in the meantime, Teagan, McKenzie, would you mind telling our viewers a little bit more your role, and how do you strive to connect Moke's offerings with the Virginia Beach community as a whole?
Yeah. So when Tim brought us in, his main focus was that he wanted to be able to connect Moke more with the community and work with a lot of local businesses, work with nonprofits. So we're kind of that liaison in between, which I think both of us has really enjoyed. So we get to do a lot of golf tournaments that work with nonprofits. We get to do a lot of small local businesses. We get to put together really cool events to kind of cultivate a lot of the culture around Virginia Beach tourism and Virginia Beach, and bringing locals and tourists together alike over something fun.
I love it. That's so exciting. And that's one of the inspirations for starting this podcast, is locals and tourists alike being able to enjoy Virginia Beach together, and also giving locals a little bit more insight on maybe how to avoid tourists during the summer season. Quite frankly, it's not the worst thing in the world, because our tourists do come and they take up a lot of the resources, because we want them to enjoy this space, because it's an incredible place to visit. When it comes to, and I know you mentioned a few examples before, maybe pick one or two examples to kind of dive into a little bit more, specifically an initiative or campaign that you've both led that truly resonated with the local community and kind of sparked some inspiration all around for you both and for the organization you were representing.
Yeah, so I know in the last 2 months we've been really heavy with nonprofits. So I think in the last 2 months alone we've done, I think, 6 or 7 events alone, just working with local communities, and we're now making a big push for smaller businesses. So we actually, the last month, have been putting together an event to create like a vendor market for small businesses. So we're kind of hoping to this is our push right now for holidays and Christmases and making it a community strive with the local businesses.
Community. Yeah, very focused on like family friendly events. And we've done a lot of donating as well.
Yeah,
like just where we can help.
Gotcha. Has there been a specific organization that you've obviously it's all very important and all great. Has there been one that's been near and dear to your heart that you've enjoyed serving alongside? Any specific charities in general?
So one of our biggest ones that we worked with that was really near and dear to me was Teagan and Adaptive. So we got to work with them, and they do a lot of their goal is to work with wounded first responders and wounded veterans and do the rehabilitation for them. And they're actually right at the ocean front. And the owner has been amazing. And we've been able to do the golf tournaments for them, do a lot of work with them, which is something near and dear to our heart, having be a military community.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And we do a lot with Red Wing, and they sponsor a lot of cool events, and in turn let us know, and we get to come out there, like work one of the holes for everyone, get to know people, really get to see what the event is for.
Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate y'all sharing that. And I know you had mentioned briefly a business meetup, so definitely keep me posted. A lot of our guests here on the show are small business owners, so we'd love to share that information when the time comes, and be on the lookout for that. There's a lot of great things going on here in the Virginia Beach area, even though we're in the winter season, which most people don't know. Like, it's Virginia Beach's second life. We're not the tourist town that kind of dies out. We're one that stays active. Speaking of activities, I'd like to hear. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, McKenzie.
Oh, I was gonna say. So we actually, that event that you said to keep me posted on, it's actually in 10 days.
Yeah.
So we're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it November 18th at the KOA. So we're super pumped about it. It's gonna be a small business vendor market, live music,
and it's donation to there.
Yeah, donation to the KOA, care camps for childhood cancer.
That is so much fun, especially just to be able to give back. And so as we kind of shift gears in the conversation, I'd like to hear specifically more about Moke. I tease about electric golf cart tricks, but there is a lot that you all do in navigating the golf cart space, specifically with focusing in on electric golf carts. Perhaps you can give us an overview of Moke America and the range of products it offers, from the electric golf carts to the beach cars in general.
Yeah, so we carry over 5 different national brands. They are all electric based. A lot of them are lithium powered, and we do a lot of custom luxury golf carts, but we also do Moke, the beach buggies, which are going to be your vintage looking 60s.
They're fun, very aesthetic.
Yeah,
very,
you see it like people's weddings. We do those as well. We also do like paddle boards, beach cruisers, like even your smaller
electric bikes.
Yeah, electric bikes, your smaller beach stuff, which I feel like a lot of people don't know. And I feel like a lot of people kind of search for when it comes to holiday time.
Yeah.
But our main thing is going to be those luxury golf carts, and we have everything from your typical take it on the golf course to you want to cruise around your neighborhood, go check out kind of the local businesses and bars. And we do everything from 2-seaters all the way up to 8-seaters.
That is quite a bit of range, especially considering just how many people I've seen on a golf cart. But I am from Texas originally, so we don't always stick to the regulation size. But it's good to know that 8 is the maximum, and that is a safe and healthy way to go about enjoying the Virginia Beach area. So a lot of people sell golf carts because it is a beach community, but I'd love to hear from you both. What sets Moke apart? What's that unique and distinctive nature that exists kind of within the brand that really just helps it make, the whole experience just a little bit more better as far as your services that you offer?
Yeah, I think for me personally, and you can speak on which one you think, but I think when I started learning the brand and talking to Tim, our owner, about it, and figuring out what set Moke apart from, like you said, our competitors, was he informed me that we have 2 full-time mechanics that are in our shop. He also owns not just the dealership, but also the mechanic and repair shop. So when we sell to our customers and our clients, they are our customers and our clients as long as they have the golf carts. We do all the repairs. We can send the guy out to do it at their home. Tim is really big on making sure customer satisfaction isn't just at the purchase of your sale, it's all the way through.
Like, we want to be involved with your whole purchase. Anything we can do there on out, we're there. You come and we want to know your name.
And I know that's just the practical end of it, of having the mechanical, the electrical, because to be fair, electric vehicles are somewhat new. They're a weird thing. It kind of takes a specialist to kind of learn that, and we have a lot of those guys on staff for us, which we're thankful about. But we also, like, that's where we come in, where we do a lot of events for our clients and our customers that kind of get them involved in a golf cart community, because it is a tight-knit community.
It is, yeah.
It is a really unique, and a lot of these neighborhoods get to tie in and meet new people and explore different communities that they enjoy. So I know that's not what a lot of dealerships do, and I think it's a really cool thing that Tim does that.
And Tim is also really good with people and branching out and meeting people. Who, like, it's hard not to like the guy. And it makes working with people just so much fun. They're so appreciative to have us. And like, we just led the like fall festival through one of the neighborhoods back there. And it's a community. Like, you just get to meet different niches and like people in the community. It just becomes more fun than a job. Yeah, it becomes
people focused, not just selling golf carts.
Community focused. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. And, you know, speaking on the emphasis of Tim is the owner of the company, but really has placed yourselves, Teagan and McKenzie, in charge of not only sharing this message, but also continuing to interact with the community. So shout out to you all both for doing that. It's always one thing to mention an owner, but also the people who are integral to that system as well, which is why we're so honored to have you in this conversation. I know things and businesses change over time, especially post-COVID. You know, we see changes to paperwork, changes to systems in general. But I'm curious, has there been any fundamental changes that have happened within the landscape of Moke since you all have been a part of the team until now? And if so, are there any examples you can give us?
So we weren't there for COVID. So I can't speak on what the fundamental changes were for COVID per se. But I do know over the last couple of years, Tim owns Car Tech Trading Post, and he also owns Eagle Creek Golf Course. And I think he kind of took what he knows from those businesses and that kind of industry and embodied it through Moke. And I think that's kind of changed his development. And I know that even through COVID, there was a huge boom in outdoor activities and golf carts and bikes and all that stuff. So I think Tim has done a really good job in capitalizing on it and pushing for community in the outdoors. And I think it's done really well. And I think it's brought people back together. I think having those outdoor activities.
Absolutely. Especially being in a beach town where we still have beautiful weather in November, there are lots of opportunities to get out and about. With that said, Teagan and McKenzie, I'd love to transition our conversation over to our rapid fire section. These are rapid fire questions, quick and fast on the draw, but feel free to explain as much or as little as you would like to. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. First question is, what is your favorite Moke model of golf?
Oh, we already know.
We want the Venom. We want the Venom.
I think we have the same one.
We want the Venom. The Mokes are adorable. We love them. But if you want to get some head turners, you want the Venom. Yeah. The lifted Venom with the LED lights around the seats.
You see how excited we get? That's our favorite one.
Like, guys, which one do you want to take? Like the Venom.
It's a 6-seater, gorgeous white chameleon, and it changes colors. Yeah, G-Wagon model with all the running boards, the lights, the whole nine. Apple CarPlay, display, all of it.
Backup camera.
Yeah,
you're good.
It's gorgeous.
That's the full package. Is that available for rentals for our tourists too, or is that just available for purchase?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's available for rental and for purchase. Excellent.
So that model is available for purchase. Our rental fleet is going to be the black Bentellis. It's going to be your classic all black, sleek looking, but they have a lot of the same features. The Venom is just, it's called their G-Wagon model. I mean, it is the luxury of the luxury.
Perfect. Love to hear that. Next question for you. Can you, if you can, describe Virginia Beach in 3 words or less?
I have 1,000 in my head.
Mine would be
was gonna say close knit,
but I feel like that's all.
Yeah.
Outdoorsy, fun, community.
I'm gonna do like nature, community. Yes.
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 I can think
all
just
all the
I
things.
just outside with everybody.
Right.
I love that, and that just goes to just showcase just what an amazing place Virginia Beach is. Last rapid fire question for you, and we're going to stick it to the marketing side. What's the best marketing advice you've ever received?
I think mine came from my mom. My mom has worked in marketing and public relations for her whole entire career, and I think she just said to me, just be open to talk to anybody and everybody, and you never know who you're going to meet, and just keep an open mind. You never know who's going to end up starting working for what company or what business, and just keep those relationships and those connections available, and treat them as friends. Don't treat them as clients or coworkers, or so be it. Treat them as friends.
I'm gonna say you're never sure what someone's capable of.
Yeah.
And building your networking, building your community, it only opens more opportunities to go bigger and better and further. And I'm kind of getting a late start on the marketing thing, but I feel like I'm on a good track, and I'm excited to see all the other opportunities that I get being here.
I love it. That is a great piece of advice. And with that said, we're going to transition out of our rapid fire into maybe some out of the workplace or in the workplace, any funny or amusing stories. So now, McKenzie, could you share maybe some amusing or interesting stories from your time at Moke? Have there been any funny mishaps or adventures involving, I don't know, a Venom electric golf cart of any sorts?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite memories that I think we both share so far is we got to do a really cool photo shoot and take it down to First Landing State Park, which is one of my favorite spots, and being able to, again, go out in the outdoors and explore. And I got a little bit adventurous with the gorgeous Venom.
The big Venom, yeah.
And almost got it stuck up a hill. And Teagan and I think, were freaking out a little bit. But we were trying to just get the shot and try to get the photo.
We got the shot.
We got it.
We got the shot.
But I was a little worried that Tim was going to have to come save the day.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. For frame of reference, how much is a Venom? Sorry. What's a ballpark rate?
So they are $18,995. Right now they're running a special for $3,000 off. But the $18,995, I didn't want to have to recoup of my own money. Going up that hill is what I saw.
Yeah. Yeah,
so you have $15,000 hanging in the balance.
Yes, yeah, in our hands. I think one of the coolest things that, like, I don't know, I was just going to say, I thought it was funny. We all went to Beach Vodka because we're working with them for an upcoming event. And we go in and we're having a meeting. And it's just 4 of us girls in our, like, 20s, like, just running the show, like, setting up stuff. And we all just sat there and laughed about it. And it was just a sweet little being able to work with, like,
have an impact at such a young age.
It's so cool that, like, our generation is now the ones in charge, like, making stuff happen. And I just thought that was a fun little moment. I do a lot of stuff out of the office with Kenzie, so she probably has more in-office jokes.
I love it, and especially just the sense of community, especially, you know, in the marketing sector and also in the next generation of leaders, that you have the opportunity to really begin to shape the community in your own way or continue on the tradition of past generations as well. I mean, Virginia Beach, you know, hasn't always been a beach city. It's kind of this, you know, a little spot that, you know, all the rich, wealthy people visit. And now it's kind of a place that's been more inclusive and allows for lots of people to come together for sure. Any workplace traditions or inside jokes among the Moke team?
Our office is
we have a really unique.
Yes, everyone brings something to the table.
We have, I know there's me and Tim and 3 people in the office that are full time, and then we have our 2 like mechanic guys and kind of guys that run around. So we don't have the typical office feel. I know that we'll always have music going in the office.
The doors are always
have
open.
The doors open outside. I mean, you can find Tim sitting outside
sunbathing,
for
waiting
a lot
for
of
the
time.
next person to talk to.
Like, it's just a fun environment to be in, and it's a really cool, welcoming
team. When you walk in, it's just very, you get the vibe when you walk in. We're all
fun, lighthearted. Yeah.
Just let us toot our own horn.
I love that. That speaks to not only the nature and the way you do business, but also the nature of which you handle and work alongside people to help them really just come across this somewhat new hobby. I mean, for the people that come in the shop and look around, what type of experience can they expect to get aside from maybe not the traditional office setup, but what would a first-time guest likely experience if they were to come in the shop, say, looking to purchase a golf cart?
So usually they're greeted by Eddie, who is our sales guy, and Eddie's a great time. He's a lot of fun.
About everything.
Knows everything about the golf carts. If you ever have questions, you call him right up. He'll take you around, get to experience it. Might run into me, might run into Tessa, Tim. I mean, if you run into Tim, you're going to have a great time. And then at the end, we make sure you have all the information that you need for your maintenance, your warranty, all of that. In-house titling. We do make sure you can even get your golf cart the next day. And then we send you on your way with your own new cooler and a bottle of beach vodka. So that doesn't sum up what we are.
Wow. I was about to say Teagan is outside the workplace just hanging out beach vodka, but no, we're bringing it back to the customer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, shout out to Beach Vodka. Great service and great product here on the oceanfront side.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah. Well, with that said, I really appreciate your time. I know you got a busy shop to run, so we really appreciate you carving time out to speak with us today about Moke America, just talking about the electric golf cart business that you all run and the services that you provide. Before we go, I'd love to roll out the red carpet for you both, Teagan and McKenzie. The floor is yours. Please share anything, special events or promotions you have going on, and we'd love to hear about it.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Be sure to send it over, okay?
Yes, waiting for the sound of freedom or the jet noises, whatever you want to refer to them as.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
You said you wanted the promotion. Is that what it was?
Roll out the red carpet if we have anything.
Yeah, any promotional events or things you got going on that you want to highlight that we haven't already.
So I think I have a couple things. One of them is that we are doing that holiday special right now. So it's $3,000 off those Venoms, and then it's we're calling it Santa's Cash. So we're treating it same as cash. And people can come in, buy their golf cart. It's going to be $3,000 off MSRP. And then they don't have any financing obligations, nothing until 90 days after. So it's an awesome holiday deal. Yeah. We've been joking with Tim that if they decide they don't want to pay, we're going to be the repo girls.
We're getting in one of the tow
We'll
trucks
be the
and
repo girls. Come deal with us.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is going to be that event that we're doing.
On the 18th.
Yep, it's going to be November 18th at the KOA. It's going to be a local small business vendor market with live music. It's going to be great for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
We have 15 vendors right now. And so we're just excited. I think it's going to be an awesome opportunity to give back to our community, but also at the same time, just have a lot of fun, which is what we love.
Wonderful. And with that said, that wraps up another episode of the Discover Virginia Beach podcast. Thank you, Teagan and McKenzie, for the conversation.
Thanks, Joe.
And thank you for our dedicated listeners tuning in each and every week to check out all the fun things that you can discover here in the Virginia Beach area. We hope you tune in next week, but be on the lookout for the show notes down in the description below to check out everything that is going on at Moke America and all the fun things that you can participate in, especially during this holiday season. Thank you, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Joe.